Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I'm honored to be here to be able to communicate and connect with you today. I want to talk today about motivation. Motivation, and we'll meditate before we're done today. But motivation for me, if we do not have the feeling of motivation inside of us, if we are not just motivated to get up off the couch, then life is going to pass us by like that. Now, it is one of the hardest things to wake up and truly stay motivated every day, because as we've been discussing, we have to do all of these things and endure all these things that just don't feel natural to us, things that just don't resonate positively to us. Nobody wants to get up early in the morning and have to get all these things ready and then rush out and go to work and then come home and get all these things ready and go to bed and do this day in and day out. But this is the life we have. This is the society we have. We can all start changing that by manifesting, what we manifest, how we see the world, what we believe. We can change that. But the fact is, everybody kind of walks around and we get in this slump. We get in this groove where we're just going through the process day in and day out. And what suffers, what sacrifices, and what we lose in that process are all of our dreams, our hopes, and our goals. The first thing you give up when you need to find more time for work, for the children, for the home, for whatever it is always going to be your hobby. Right? Now let's just talk about the hobby, right? How do I even define the hobby for myself? Like, this is my life. I consider this to be my life. And I also take care of my children. I play drums. But we have dreams in our lives. There's things we want to do. I want to write my second book. Well, actually my third book, but part 2 for the Book of New Light. And that, for me, is the thing that's being sacrificed right now. And there's something in your life that you're doing the same thing with. The more and more things we get involved with, the more people we communicate with, the more projects we agree to get involved with, the more distractions we have in our house, the more time we find on social media, we lessen our time for ourselves. And you've said it and you've heard people say it, there aren't enough minutes in a day. I have no time to myself. I didn't meditate today because I couldn't even get 5 minutes to myself. Isn't that insane? Isn't that honestly insane? There's 1,140 minutes in a day. I'm pretty sure 1,140 minutes. 1,140 minutes in a day. And most people you will talk to say that they cannot find 5 minutes in a day for themselves. So out of 1,140 minutes, they cannot find 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to spend for themselves. And that's the time that we sacrifice. For me, it's pushing my book away. It's pushing other things away aside from the book. The site I need to work on, the book I need to work on. There are things I want to film, things I want to talk to you about. And these things get pushed. I have house projects that get pushed aside. We shuffle all of these things. And then what happens is we wake up in this state of mind where we realize we've got all of these things to do. We can't even finish all the things we want to do right now, so we freak out because we don't even have enough time to do them right now. How am I going to have time to do them in a month? Because so many other things are going to happen between now and then, and we lose our motivation. We lose everything, and that's because we have surrounded ourselves and embraced ourselves with this absolutely just overloaded, excessive lifestyle. We've lost everything that inspires us because we are surrounding ourselves with everything that is stressing us out. And stress will kill inspiration in a heartbeat. Literally, boom, boom. One of those, you can go from being super inspired to being completely stressed and existing in that. So the key is to stay inspired. Because I can't motivate you. There's nobody. When you see I'm a motivational speaker, actually that's just the worst title, because you cannot motivate somebody. No one on this planet can motivate you. They can only inspire you to find or motivate yourself. or to find your own motivation. So it's an inspirational speaker. When you're talking to somebody and going, look, you've got these things in your life that you want to do. You can do them. Stop letting the surrounding world affect your emotions and thoughts, because what you're doing is living in those emotions and thoughts, and you are not those emotions and thoughts. You have to separate yourself. Look at the thoughts, look at the emotions, look at how each is affecting the other. See where in that process of how am I thinking, what am I thinking, how am I feeling, where is that conflict? What's canceling each other out, and how do I get both to resonate in harmony? Well, you're going to look around and go, it's too much, it's too much. You've got to stop. And that's what I did personally. I said, you know what? My house isn't going anywhere. I'm going someplace. So I need to focus on me, my family, and what brings me joy. And then when I'm calm and I'm clear and everything feels good around me, I can get back into doing those things. So what am I doing right now? What am I doing to build that motivation in myself? Because like I said, life gets so heavy. I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 tortoises, 3 dogs, a ferret, a wife. I've got my spiritual life that I'm living. I've got the drumming life that I'm living. I've got so many things to do. I've got to be on stage in Greece in less than 30 days, in about 30 days, playing drums to 12 songs, and half of them I still don't even know. So there's that stress, and there's that little panic, right? That little fear. That little thing of fear. And that's what it all is. No matter what we call that stress, that anxiety, those distractions, that emotional state it causes is on the tree of fear. It's one little branch off of that tree. Whether you call it worry, or you call it anxiety, or you call it depression, it's all in the arena of fear. It's something that is disabling you from living your life, disabling you so much that you don't even have the motivation to surround yourself with what? With what? With what inspires you. We are so busy taking on all of these things because of what everyone else is posting, buying, saying, reading, looking at, wanting, teaching, and talking about, that we forget about our own desires inside. They get pushed aside. We take on all of these things in life, and we push all of our desires and dreams down inside. And we get to this absolute state of existing in nothing but fear and panic, because every single day we feel like we're going to fail and we're not going to live what we want to do, because we're not going to live what we want to do. Because we've taken on everything from the exterior world, and not just our own exterior world, everyone else's. So as I've been saying over the past few weeks, distance yourself, distract yourself less, find a way to get away from this page, abandon this, unfollow this, stop liking this. I really meant it. And I'm sorry that some people took a hit with the way I did it, but you know what? I grew up in the projects of Queens, New York. I grew up in a melting pot. Every single nationality and race that you can possibly think of lived there. So there was this always form of unity in my neighborhood. There wasn't conflict. So I come from a place where people were trying to coexist and were coexisting. But we were poor. We had nothing. My family was abusive. All of these goddamn things go on in our lives. And if we continuously let ourselves exist from the emotional states and our surroundings, then we're going to be lost forever. So I can sit here and I can tell you, look, I feel like a broken record when I said it. Yep, my family was abusive. I grew up in a poor neighborhood. I made mistakes growing up. Mistakes were done on me. I did stupid things throughout my entire life. I've lived great, amazing moments, seconds, weeks, months of my life. I've had horrible seconds, weeks, months of my life. And all of that stuff means nothing. It all means nothing. Because if right now, I can't center myself, I can't ground myself, and I can't live the dreams that resonate in my heart, then that means I am not living the life I chose to live and experience. It means I've been so diverted and so distracted that not only am I existing and living in a life that someone else created and dictating it, I'm opening up and swallowing it. And I'm just taking on heaps of it. And we've got to stop. You've got to stop. Inside you, you've got dreams, and we are letting friends and family and job and freaking posts on a piece of glass on a screen divert you from being happy. So the only way to truly, truly wake up every single morning and go, hell yeah, I am going to make today my bitch, is by surrounding yourself completely with what inspires you. And I'm sorry for the choice of words I use sometimes, but I really use them. I don't look at words like the F word as a derogatory, dominating, masculine type of a thing. I look at those words as, what did SpongeBob and Patrick call it? Sentence enhancers. Sentence enhancers. I won't say the word, but you can look at somebody and say, you're an effing asshole, and that effing asshole, or you're an effing idiot, it really emphasizes that, right? Or you can look at a mountain, a sunset, a lake, and you go, oh my God, that's effing beautiful. And it enhances it. Now, you may disagree and you may go, well, there's just no reason to say that word, but you're a potato and I'm a tomato, okay? So you can live your life and I'll live mine. But if I do curse sometimes, and I know I do and I try not to, I really don't want you to be offended. And the only reason I let them slip out, when I did Drumeo for 5 years, every single Saturday, a drum life coach talking to thousands of people around the world, I never once even said the word shit. But when I do my own broadcast, I can truly be myself. There's nobody hanging over me. There's no producer, no director, nobody talking into my ears. I am the writer, director, cameraman, editor. I am the king and the general of my life. And that's what you need to be. And that's what you need to be. You know, when somebody looks at you and says you're an idiot, or you're lazy, or you're never going to amount to anything, it means nothing. It means nothing, just as much as when somebody says, you're the most amazing thing in the world. You are beautiful, you are everything. It means nothing. It only means something whether you believe it or not. So if you believe that person who's going, I hate you, you're an idiot, you suck, then guess what? You are going to live in that projection. You're going to take that energy and you're going to absorb it into yourself and you're going to resonate in it until it becomes you. And now you're existing in an energetic field that has been placed on you, projected on you, wished on you, willed on you, whatever word you want to use, but you're surrounded and existing in an energy that's not yours. And now inside you, you're going, oh my God, I hate my life. I want to jump out of a window. No, you don't. You'll feel better. You'll get through this. And it's because your heart awareness, your higher awareness, your true energy, your light energy is telling you that this is not who you are. You truly are something special and unique. And whether you came here to exist in a dark existence or a light existence, that's up to you. And this is the last thing I want to say before we kind of meditate. Well, it's not the last thing I want to say. I'll sit here and talk to you all day. But you've heard the sentence, living in the light of your truth. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard anybody say that living in your light, live in the light of your truth? Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Live in the light of your truth. Live in the light of my truth. The light of my truth. Well, light, I am light, you are light, everything is light, but light is energy. Light is energy. And when we say, I just wish you nothing but light and love, we are saying to somebody, I wish you the divine energy of creation, and may you experience love within it. Because in my opinion, and from what I've channeled and the way it's been presented to me from God, is it's not love and light. I see this a lot of times. Oh, I wish you love and light, because we can't have love without light. Light is everything. Light is creation. It's the awareness. Light is the energy of God. It is the awareness, the nothingness that became aware. So it's light. And then love, because love is the reason that God created you and me and everything else. Because that awareness was alone for a an amount of time that we can't even put a number or a word on it. It had to self-evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve all on its own, learning how to do things and create and separate itself into infinitesimal pieces of you and me so we can all exist within one. And it's the most beautiful truth when we accept it. And that's what it is. Living in the light of your truth. Live in the energy. Live in the energy of your truth. And only you inside know what your truth is. Listen, and I don't mean this because I don't want anybody to go out there and do something bad. But, our vessels can be damaged, our connections can be misfiring, and we can feel like bad people and do bad things. We could come here because we want to experience dark experiences because we want to understand the light in a different way. We can do all of these things. Tony's awake, he's eating. I hope he comes over because this is my other tortoise, he's really big. We can live in that light, and that's what it is. So if you're coming here to live and experience darkness, or you're coming here to experience light, or you're just coming here to drool on yourself, and if that's what you truly know inside, and if it brings you joy, if it brings you happiness, if it makes you feel good and feel whole, then guess what? That, my friend, is living in the light of your truth. Just live in the energy of your truth, and you will resonate harmoniously with your higher awareness and the universe and everyone else, because as I said, no matter what you're doing, you're living your chosen path. Your chosen path. And we experience light and we experience dark so we know how to create different worlds after this. We experience different life forms, from plant to bird to bee to rock to human, so we can understand and connect and communicate and be all of these things. And when we go and transcend and recreate, we can experience different worlds. And if you really think about that, think of it, every single thing is light, and it's energy, and it's awareness, and it's all of us. And that's why I'm a vegan. Screw my health. I'm a vegan because my tortoise right there, that's Tony. He's a giant African sulcata tortoise. He's going to live to be 100 years old. He's going to grow to be 100 pounds. They get about this big, no joke, about 3.5 feet, really big. He's going to have his own little house outside. He's a part of my family. But the energy that's inside of Tony right now, that electricity, that light, it's the same thing that's inside of you and me. The only difference is my divine higher awareness that's streaming into this vessel is streaming in with the ability to experience this world as a human. I can't access more or less of the awareness other than a human and my higher awareness. Now Tony, who is the same energy, same divine energy as me, is only streaming enough of that higher awareness to experience life as a tortoise. Because if I woke up tomorrow with my full human awareness inside a tortoise, you'd freak out. You'd go, oh my God, I'm a tortoise now. What is this? So you can't have that. You can't have your other lives and your past lives here with you now. So whether you were a Pleiadian, an Arcturian, or you were a fish, or you were a tortoise, and now you're a human, you are experiencing a human. We can connect and we can see our past lives and we can experience them. We can see where we come from. And I travel all the time. I've stood in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of souls, illuminating blue silhouettes of souls, Jesus in front, Buddha. I have traveled to worlds where the sky and the atmosphere and the air is blue and it's more of a desert and the buildings are white. I have traveled into wormholes and portals and all sorts of different things. And we have so much behind us and so much in front of us that I'm telling you, if you can find a way to truly enjoy this world, surround yourself with everything that inspires you, surround yourself with everything that inspires you, and he's big. He's awesome, and he's just over 1.5 years old. My little buddy. If you can find a way to surround yourself with whatever inspires you to be the best version of you, What inspires you when you wake up in the morning? What music can you hear that makes you feel great? What artwork can you have around your home? Plants, if plants make you feel good, if animals make you feel good, if meditating makes you feel good, if doing something, you've got to surround yourself with what inspires joy and positive existence. And you know what I'm going to say. You absolutely, we must completely sever, not see, not hear, not smell, nor taste what diverts and distracts us from always feeling that feeling of inspiration. If you're always feeling inspired, if you're always feeling joy, if you're never having something that's turning that away from you, then guess what? You are freaking resonating just in the most incredible state of existence that people are going to go, oh my God, you're being positively toxic. You're too positive. And you know what? If that's somebody else's response, just move them out of your way. If they will not politely get out of your way and let you live your life and walk your path, then just gently move them aside and go on your way. Don't let anybody interfere and hold you back from being who you are. You are that divine source of energy. You are the light, regardless whether you are Muslim, Jewish, atheist, Buddhist, Christian, Catholic. I can show you how we are all visually connected to the celestial stream, the fractal stream, how we all come from the same place, how we all experience the same things within, which means we are all one within one. And I can truly show you that you can honor your faith on this planet. You can walk in the light of your chosen faith, chosen spiritual path, or non-path, and still accept the fact that you are a divine energy of creation. You are here. Accident or no accident, it doesn't make a difference. We're here, it's here, this is all here. Flat, round, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you are freaking happy all the time. And if anyone in your life is not making you happy, then you tell them this is not making you happy. And if they keep on doing it, you keep reminding them. And if they don't stop, then you find a way to not hear that crap anymore. Because you absolutely 100% deserve to be happy all the time. We've had enough shit go on in our lives. We've all experienced enough darkness. The world has been twisted and torn apart in 16 different ways. We're more divided today than any other time in history. You can't even say a sentence anymore or talk about somebody without offending somebody, without racially crossing a line, without religiously crossing a line. We are all existing on shards of glass. We walk on broken eggshells and we sleep on broken glass. We breathe in broken glass, and it's got to stop. I don't want to exist in that. Instagram for me is going to be all about posting and running. I'm sorry, my friends. I know I follow many of your pages, and hopefully I'll see it when I just log in, but I'm literally going to post and run. If you have something positive you want to share with me, you know how to contact me. Through my site, through my email. We got the Sunday email group. I've got 2 lives a week. I've got my website. I've got a YouTube show, a channel. I've got a private Facebook group. Blech. I hate Facebook. I shouldn't say hate because I don't even want to embrace and project the energy of hate, but I truly do dislike Facebook. I went on there yesterday and made the mistake of scrolling through the news feed for about 10 seconds on Facebook, and it was just the most mind-numbing, brainwashing, mind-altering, life-altering dribble that you can possibly see. And when you read the comments, and that's what does it for me, even on Instagram, when you read the comments that some people are making, it just truly shows you how truly divided we are, and that concept that here on earth, we can all exist in the glory and embrace each other. It is the biggest delusion there is. It's just a fantasy. The only thing we can possibly do is accept and try and live a life where we are not going to judge others and we're just going to let others live their lives while we live ours. If we can do that, we're good. If I can live my life without having to live it in fear or intimidation, and if I can live my life by being kind and compassionate to everyone I meet and being non-judgmental, if we could just all incorporate those simple little things into our lives, then we can all do whatever we want and go live about it. But we're never ever all gonna hold hands, 8 billion of us singing Kumbaya around a campfire. It's just not gonna happen. So what we've got to do is we've got to continuously reach out, connect, and communicate and start building and building and building more like-minded friends, a bigger like-minded network. Because if we can get this to 10 people, 20 people, 2,000 people, 20,000 people, then we're creating a really good field of energy, not only that we're projecting out for the collective consciousness, but all of us then, because we are all connected. Quantum entanglement proves that we're all connected from the original source to here to now. Every single one, you're there. You could be 1,000 miles from where you are right now, but we share emotions, we share feelings, and we share energy. We're all connected. So if we can get a group of us, if we can get this to be larger, I got 3,500 people visiting my site last month. We got about 50 people who do watch these broadcasts sometimes. These get viewed, the average is about 150 to 170 times in 24 hours. If we can really build that, my Sunday email group is up to about 220 people. The more we build these things, the more we build this like-minded community. Like-minded community, we truly do start projecting a better field of energy between us. Between us. We protect each other. Think about what I'm saying. If you and I are believing the same thing, we're resonating the same way, we're waking up the same time, we're waking up and projecting the same thoughts, trying to manifest the same reality, feeling and projecting the same things with our heart, and we're communicating and connecting, then you and I have made an energetic bond. And if we make this energetic bond with thousands of people, then we are all truly resonating. Why do you think when you walk into a church, everyone feels resonating together? When you walk into a concert, the energy is all uplifting and positive, because that entire field of energy is all resonating in the same joy, the same emotion, the same state of existence. And if we can create that, maintain that, and hold that amongst us, doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. If you and I, it's just you and me. You and me. If we could do this every single day, then we're changing our world. We're existing in a better field of energy, and we are living in the light of our truth, right? We're living truly by what resonates joy in our heart and what feels like is the reason why we're here in the first place, right? Right, Tony? Tony agrees. He agrees. So, really, that's kind of it. That's kind of it right there. I do want to meditate with you this morning. If anybody would like to meditate for a few minutes, it's nice and quiet in my house. Tony's chilling out. My wife is out for a ride with the kids right now, grabbing me my cheat. My cheat is a venti mocha latte with coconut milk and no whipped cream from Starbucks. And I am going to enjoy that when she gets home. And my dogs are sleeping. My older son, Kyle, is still sleeping. Typical 22-year-old. And he's not typical, and it's okay. He was up last night late hanging out with some friends. And so it's nice and quiet. The sun is literally right at my back. It's right there upside my window. The room feels good right now. And I feel motivated. I feel inspired and I feel happy because, truly I'm living in the light of my truth. And what I'd like to do right now is just do that. We can just close our eyes and I'll guide us just through some breaths, bring the energy nice and together, and then you can go on your way and enjoy your Sunday. Cool? Let's do it. It's so good. Mango. Oh, man. Fresh mango juice is like insane. All right. So, just like I did, clear your airway. Cough it, clear it, get it nice and good. Roll your shoulders back, look up, get yourself back, even arch yourself back a little bit, get a nice stretch. Oh, put your hands up in the air. Oh my goodness, doesn't that feel good, right? Oh, feels incredible. Ooh, let your arms come down really nice and wide. Oh, bring them in. Just put your hands down into your lap. Cup your hands. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Let your head, let the weight of your head just rest down. Don't support it. If you're sitting straight, you're sitting nice, you're sitting comfortable, your body is meant to support itself. Each bone is meant to rest on each other and support itself. So just relax. Close your eyes with me. Take a couple of deep breaths in with your nose and out through your mouth. Blow out. Deep breath all the way in. Exhale it all the way out. One more deep breath in. And exhale it all the way out. Let your body simmer down and relax. Take a nice, slow, quiet, relaxing breath in. Rest and release. With me in. Rest and release. One more in. Rest. Release. One more cycle. In. Rest. Release. As you release, let your shoulders and your head just naturally simmer down. Let your back curl. Let your head go forward a little. Completely relax your body, but don't put strain on your neck. Don't put strain on your shoulders. Just comfortably let your body completely relax. Let your breathing go nice and slow, but calm, comfortable. Don't force your breath. Don't control your breath. Just breathe calmly and comfortably. Let the sounds in your ears balance out. Let the thoughts in your mind fade away. And start to imagine and think about the things that you love in life. What is it that inspires you? What things do you like to do? See them. Start picturing them in your mind. See them as words. See them as images. Only the things that bring you joy. I see my children. I see drums. Myself writing. Let your mind create all of the images of all the things, the people you enjoy, the places you like to go to, the dreams you have inside. Let that fill your entire body. Feel your ear, the pitch, the frequency in your ear shifting. Feel the energy around your skin altering as you are filling your body up with nothing but every single thing that inspires you. See in the darkness, in the void you're in, this golden light that is slowly starting to appear from the sides and above and around you. Let this light fill you inside. Breathe the light in. Rest. Hold all of the joy, the happiness, everything you're going to do with your life that is going to bring you a joy. Breathe out. Sit inside this energy. Hold this energy in silence with me just for a moment. repeating those thoughts. Everything that brings you joy. Don't focus on anything else. Don't let anything else come into your mind. Only what inspires you. Only what loves you. Only what you love. And as you keep imagining these things, as you keep picturing them, slowly start to lift your body up and your head up. Keep seeing them. Let that light, that golden light, fill inside that void. Let that ringing of your ear connect, because you know right now the divine source of life loves you and wants to give you every single thing that you want in your life, because you are that divine source. And all you have to do is accept your truth, this light that you're in. And as you start to straighten your back up and lift your head up, take all of these things that are inspiring you in with you and breathe them in. Lift your back and your head and sit up straight and hold. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And before we open our eyes, remember, every single night you go to sleep, every single morning you wake up, and even right now, we always have to believe and project and see and live in a world of gratitude. And I am truly grateful to be here, to be alive, to be an energy of awareness, and I am honored and grateful to be able to communicate and connect with you as much as I do, and I look forward to this constantly. I truly do. Open your eyes with me. And that's it, everybody. Hold that energy. Hold that light inside and be that. Live that. I'll see you Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful day.